Well, hello. Nice to see you again. No, really. I'm Severance Sage, and we're gonna be replaying through Fatal Frame 5. I have cleared this game 9 times, if not more, but I only ever have one main playthrough on my channel. I think I tried streaming it years ago, but I never got through to that. So you can see all the chapters here. There's multiple difficulties throughout the game, but the only ones that are ranked is Normal and Nightmare. So you can get a good idea of what my rankings are. Sometimes the rankings aren't great because either I didn't get enough pictures, or I used too many items, or I just simply took too long. Most of the time that's what it is. They based it based on how long it takes you to clear the chapter versus how many shots, like photos, you use, as well as how many healing items you use in the game. There is actually an achievement though. If you use like 20 healing items, like the herbal medicines, you get a trophy called Glutton or something like that. And it's actually a requirement. So I'm going to be replaying through the whole game again. I don't know if I'm going to be doing Ayane's part of the game. She has like 4 chapters. She has first thread, second, third, and fourth. I might do them. I might not. Personally, I don't really care for Ayane as a character. I know a lot of people really like her. I always like Kasumi more. And then I liked Momiji a lot more when it comes to like female ninjas in Koei's games. I don't know, I got out of the whole Dead or Alive thing, and I don't really want to get back into it. I like the games a lot, but it's kind of hard to play stuff like that with restrictions on YouTube and then people getting upset because, oh, the girl's in a bikini, oh my god. Like, I've seen women wear way worse stuff than that in real life, so. But to avoid all that shit, that's why I don't play that no more. Because people would complain about outfits and whatever, I don't know. Prologue, let's go. So girl named Miu, this, if you don't know the Fatal Frame series, this is the daughter of the protagonist from Fatal Frame 1 and 3, known as Miku Hinasaki. I find it disturbing though, because it's supposed to be hinted at that in Fatal Frame 3, when she chases after her brother Mafuyu, who got trapped in the first game, he stayed behind with Kirie, who was guarding the doors to the afterlife, or to hell, or whatever it was. He stayed to help appease her sadness, or appease her pain, and Miku had to escape alone. That's the actual canon ending. If you play the game on hard, you get him to escape with her, which is whatever. I think that's more like a fantasy ending, because the true story of the real game is that her brother gets left behind. Like, she has to escape alone. And in Fatal Frame 3, when she chases after his ghost, because I guess it's supposed to be that he had died, she chases after him, and I think when she meets with him briefly, because she was living and he wasn't, she ended up conceiving his child. And there's like a lot of misconceptions on what actually causes that. I guess what it really happened is that her soul got tied to his, or something weird happened when she met him briefly in the Manor of Sleep. It's kind of awkward. How did she conceive his child if he was dead, she was living, and then second of all, he's her brother? Like, a lot of people are like, what the hell? Even I'm still bothered by it, and it's already been like years later. So I don't know about that. But we're going to be playing as her daughter, though. So she awakes in the water. As she stands up, she sees countless bodies floating around her. The bodies stir as if sensing Miu's presence. So Miu is a special child. She is half dead and half alive because, like I said, her father, which is her mother's brother, was dead and her mother was living. So she's like a special child who was born between the living realm and the death realm. So she's like half alive, half dead. She's like really special. And that's why she has like strong sixth sense powers, because she herself is half dead. Right, lurking in the deep. That sounds like a freaking... What's her name? Adele? That sounds like an Adele song. So I think of Rolling in the Deep is what it is. Alright, spirited away. In the vicinity of Mount Hikami, people have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. One such girl is Miu Hinasaki. She awakens to find herself in an old half-flooded building. So, it's not really explaining how she got here. She just was. I'm trying to think of the term. What the hell was the term called? Let me see if I can find it really quick. Yeah, because the game just starts off with you, oh God, hold on. It just starts off with you being there. She's a Shadowborn with Yomiko, that's the name I was looking for. So a Shadowborn, or a Yomiko, is an entity or a child born between a dead man and a living woman. People who are born from this union are said to be half dead, half alive. And by the way, giving birth to a Shadowborn child greatly reduces your life. So because Miku had gave birth to her, it like cut her lifespan in half. So I just wanted to point that out because it's important later. Yeah, if you give birth to a Yomiko, like, it's Yomiko, if you're wondering how to spell it, Yomiko. If you give birth to one, it cuts your life force in half. Because you're giving birth to something that's dead. I don't really know how that plays into it. I always like this opening, because it makes it look like her hair is super long. I don't know, it's really dark, I don't know if you can see it well. But there's like all kinds of hair in the water, and we're like slowly moving down to her. Like, when I first played it, I'm gonna choke. I thought that was really her hair. Oh, it's so dark. For me, I don't know how it looks on YouTube. YouTube kind of brightens it a little bit, but for me, it's dark. It's super dark. Like, it's so dark I can barely see her. I'm not even kidding you. I think I have the brightness turned up, too. This is weird. Where am I? Oh, I have the Japanese voices on. Uh-oh. I didn't change it. Yeah, so if you can't tell, she's standing in a pool and there's like a bunch of dead shrine maidens around her. It's like really dark for me. Like, yeah, now it's even darker. All I can see is her shirt. It's like a white blue. And her skin kind of looks like a faded yellow. Like she's blending in with the wood around her, and it's weird. My controller's vibrating. It's so dark. Yeah, okay. You're not supposed to fight him, though. She can't. She doesn't got the camera. So it's gonna, like, tutorialize me. I have to get out of here. I've got to look at the door behind me. Yeah, it's so dark for me. Is it the door behind me? Did it turn me around? I think it's... Okay, yeah, I think it's this door. I always get confused in this room because you come back here later on in the game, and because it looks like the same. If you get flipped around in this room, you can't tell what door is the main door. It's really bad. It's actually really bad. I always get flipped around in that room every time I come in there. Because, like, the doors look the same. The room is like a hexagon. So if you get flipped around, you're like, wait, is this the door I was heading towards? And it screws me up every time I go in there. I have to find a way out of here. Can I pull up my map or anything? No, I can't. Because this is, like, tutorial. The prologue is, like, teaching you how to play, in other words. So I'm wearing, Mayu's outfit from Fatal Frame 2. I have the DLC pack for this game. So the outfit she has on is DLC. So if you're wondering, oh, is that a base game outfit? It is not, unfortunately. I had to pay money for this. There's light at the end of the corridor. Maybe there's a way out. I believe the hair ornament, though, is unlockable in-game. The Dark Lily, you can actually unlock that in-game. That's not DLC. They're chasing after me. I have to get out. I have to be around it like I'm in a marathon. I guess not. She said, give me back my coffee. I don't know why I said that. So I'll explain this in a minute. Hold on. She has spiritual powers, so when she touches things, she can, She gets visions. I'm trying to explain this in real time. So she has strong spiritual powers. So when she touches people or things, she can see memories that that person has. So she's allowed to see things from the past. She's like a psychic. Okay, put R1 and point the camera straight ahead. I changed my controls. R1 is my run button. Don't know if it knows that. It used to be R2, but I switched it. Why does every Koei character, like, when you stare at her face, doesn't she still kind of look like Kasumi to you? Like, especially Yuri. Yuri just looks like a carbon copy of Kasumi. Holy crap. The eyes and the lips, I guess, and the shape of her face. Here's the boss ghost. She's like, girl, I look so good. I'm the Undertaker's daughter. Oh, yeah. Hold it down. Hold it down. I am holding it down. I am, though. My controls are different, so it's not working for me. I was holding it and nothing was happening. I changed my controls, so I think that's what's screwing it up. So it's kind of like the way it is in Fatal Frame 4. If you push down on the joystick, it's supposed to auto-flip your character. It was not working for me. They say push it and hold it down. I think they want me to do this. So what it is if you walk forward and pull down on the joystick and then turn R1, it flips it. Because I have it set up like the way I play the Dynasty and Samurai games and like Warriors Uruchi and stuff, because this is all made by the same people. If you play those games, if you hold down R1 or your guard button, hold your guard button, which would be L1, and then you hit R1, it refocuses the character in the direction that the character is facing. So that basically what they want me to do is they want me to like pull down to turn her and then hit R1 to flip it around. See, you see how it's like flipping in the way she's facing? That's what they want, but it wasn't working for me. Because I changed my controls. I get stuck on the next part too. There's like a tutorial with Yuri, and I always get stuck because I changed my button inputs. Like, I try to do what they want, and it just don't work. So, this ghost, I've always called her Kagome. I believe that is what her name is. It doesn't say that in-game. There's a file on her background story. That's what her name is. She's like one of the strongest shrine maidens who was sealed a long time ago. She's like super strong. She got the ultimate hair power! I don't know why I felt the need to say that. Yeah, I've always called her Kagome. That vibration. About that. Yeah, I have the Japanese voices on. I don't know if I should leave it like that or put it back to English, because if I leave it in Japanese, I'll have to read everything. I mean, I don't mind. It's just sometimes people like to put my videos on in the background, which is why I talk so much, so that they could hear. Miyu Hinasaki has disappeared. No one could hear her cries for help as she was sealed into a shrine on top of a mountain. The mountain is where the events of this story take place. We follow the fates of 3 people. Yuri, Ren, and Miyu. It is a terrifying tale of the supernatural, the title card drop. The voices from the mountain, no. Something like that, I don't know. Water voices coming to you live via trees. About that. So a novelist has sent Yuri and Hisoka to an old inn on a case. That novelist is Ren Hojo. Yeah, he's another player character. He looks like a carbon copy of Shushu, literally. I laugh because, I mean, I don't know if Koei has like their own database where they just pull assets from characters that they've made, but Ren looks like he could pass for Shu's brother. I shit you not. He literally looks like him. And Rui Kagemiya looks like Hanbei. I swear it's like they took Hanbei's model and like changed it slightly. I don't know if they really did. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they really did make these characters from scratch, but it's funny that they look like other characters. Like Yuri looks like Kasumi, Ren looks like Shushu, and Rui looks like Hanbei. The only unique character that doesn't look like anybody would probably be Ose Kurosawa, the boss ghost. She actually looks unique. But it's whatever, I don't really mind. And I don't really care. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it's nice because if these characters look like other characters I'm familiar with, I can ease up to them a little more easier. Alright, so a novelist has sent Yuri and Hisoka to an old inn on a case. Yuri receives the camera obscura and her first shadow reading job begins. They have been asked to find the postmortem photographs. Do I want to play on... What do I want to play on? Very easy, normal, nightmare. I could put it on nightmare. I always screw it up, it don't matter. I cannot get a good score on this one, and I've tried it on multiple times. And I've gotten like all ghost images, and I cannot get a better score. I've played through it multiple times, and I just can't seem to do it right. Because I've been getting like, there's like a bunch of ghosts that appear here and there. I try to get the photos of them like it wants me to, and I just cannot get a better score. I don't know what's going on. Do I want any healing items? This is like a trial. I don't really think I need these. Let's not take anything. If I die, I die, I guess. First drop, a vanishing trace. Alright, shadow reading. Among the residents of the villages at the foot of Mount Hikami, a certain unique ability has been passed through the ages. Should be passed down, but this ability, known as shadow reading, or Mikami, enables the user to view the shadow or trace of someone lost in inexplicable circumstances. This is not likely the psychometry practiced elsewhere. That's also what it's called. Yuri Kozukata accompanies Hisoka Kurosawa, a woman who possesses the shadow reading ability, to an abandoned inn on Mount Hikami. So if you couldn't tell, all their names are similar. Like Yuri is actually new, but Kurosawa was the name of the girl from Fatal Frame 3, Rei Kurosawa. It's believed that Hisoka is related to her, and if you look at Hisoka's outfit, it's like all in blue and she has like the flowers, which is really similar to the way the main protagonist was dressed in Fatal Frame 3. So she's related to her somehow, I don't know how. Sensing Yuri could in time become talented at shadow reading, Hisoka takes her along on an assignment. Yeah, they're all connected to, like, you had to have played the previous Fatal Frame games to know who all these characters are. Yuri is new. Hisoka's new too, but she's related to the girl from Fatal Frame 3 somehow. I don't know how. She has the same last name. I thought that I'd be scared of death. But I can't even cry. I might put it back to English. I don't know. I would have to exit out to do it though. I am alone. In the end, I'm alone. I'm waiting for that Yuri. I will end it all alone. What we're looking for should be in here. This is an excellent chance for you to take the lead. Here, take this. Ah. This is a camera obscura. It will lead you to the unseen, including clues that will help you find what we're here for. This is the opportunity, your first case. Why is her middle finger longer than the rest? I'm sure you'll do well. I've always thought that. Like if I've had her in a different outfit, you could really see her fingers better. It works exactly like a normal camera. It doesn't. Give it a try. Oh. So I have this game twice. On the Wii U version, you could actually move the gamepad around, but here I have to hold the square button to get this to rotate. Okay. World of see-through, okay. Make sure you draw too much interest from the things you may want to see. Like, you could look onto a target. It's actually L1. I already did it. Feel free. Okay. Take this. It's a token. It will help lead you to what we're here for, or to what we're looking for, rather. The way she talks, it's really low. Don't panic, but be sure to stay on your guard. Go on and head inside. Yeah, so it's gonna be tutorializing me. Like, I've already cleared this game. You can tell if somebody has played this game before, is when they pull up the camera, if they have lenses, like, see, I have my lenses. Hold on. That's not... See, this is where I get stuck. It wants me to... I changed those buttons. That's not what they are. You can press L1 and square to open snap mode. Yeah, I changed it, though. Any interesting moments and areas? I'm waiting for it to go away. This is why I get stuck on this tutorial. It's why I don't like doing this. Because I changed my buttons. That's to see what... If I go to my settings. General settings. These are all the buttons and shit you can change. So, because I, like, changed all of this shit... Yeah. See, I have it on the highest setting, and it just still feels dark. Like, I've changed that. So it just doesn't work right. As I was saying, if somebody pulls up their camera and you see these lenses down here, like the blue, red, and green, like it's Legend of Zelda. That's why I have it like that. Yeah. You can tell that I've cleared the game before, because if I hadn't, I would not have those. Let me look at my lenses and give you an idea of what they do. Hold on. Let me look at the kanji for just a sec. Hold on, no. Okay, let me tell you. So I have this one. It's not gonna show me what it does. And then I have this one. And then I have this one. It's supposed to tell you what they do. I think the green one... Oh, here. Zero lens. I should have just went here. So a zero lens is a lens that deals more damage to targets the lower your health is. Then we have reward lens, a lens that increases the number of points earned by taking photos for a long, short time. And then this one, the restore lens, a lens that restores your health based on how much damage is dealt to the target. So say if I do like 100 damage to a ghost, I get my life restored by 100 points. The reward one, I might get rid of. I don't really need that anymore. Bind, a lens that... I can go through all of them if you want. Slow lens, a lens that slows down the photograph subject for a set period of time. Bind lens, a lens that freezes the photograph subject for a time. Taking another photo will undo it. So basically, if you take a picture of a ghost with this, it freezes them, but if you take another picture, it undoes it. And then the reward lens, I already said what it does. And then we have stun, so a lens that forcibly staggers photograph subjects. Blow lens, a lens that allows you to deal twice the normal damage output to targets. Then crush, a lens that deals more damage to targets based on its level. And then zero, already said what that one does. And then restore, already said what that one does. Fatal lens, a lens that triggers fatal frame if a photo is taken during a shutter chance. And then butterfly lens, a lens that causes twice as many spirit fragments to appear as normal. Because this game has a different mechanic where if you take pictures of ghosts, like they get like these shards, that spirit fragments that burst out of them. And it sometimes, if those shards come out of them and then go back in, it heals them. It's sometimes, if you're playing on the higher difficulty like I am, when you encounter a ghost that's in the middle of a spirit fragment state, sometimes it can be hard to get rid of them because they keep getting healed by those. Maybe I'll switch. Yeah, maybe I'll switch to blow lens to do more damage. Restore health is pretty good. I can put it to slow or to freeze bind. So kind of like having the blue, red, and green, because it does remind me of Legend of Zelda. Like, red is power, green is courage, blue is wisdom. Like, red for Ganon, green for Link, blue for Zelda. You get it. Alright, I'm running. Shit, what the hell are you doing? This is a portrait photograph. It's not just a normal photograph. It was taken to mourn the dead. God, the oppressives in here. Yeah, so she follows us. Seems that this photograph came from somewhere around here, and he wants us to see whether we can find any more. Yeah, I'm using the Riza outfit. I actually got it for free. I think it's still available for free. I don't know if they got rid of that. I can't really run, because this game, the characters have like a full-on run. It's so dark for me, though. Like, I have the setting really bright, but for me, it's super dark. I don't know what it looks like, because on YouTube, when you upload videos, they have like an auto-correction thing that kind of changes stuff automatically. Makes it brighter, but for me, it's super dark. I don't remember it being this dark. So this is like her first encounter with a ghost. She's just like, what? As he's walking towards me, my controller's vibrating. I could probably put it on my dresser so you can hear it. She's like, what? She just like doesn't even care, bro. I like how she just says nothing. See, look, there's the flowers. That's really similar to the girl from Fatal Frame 3, from Ray. She's even dressed similarly to her. She's related to her somehow, I just don't know how. Yuri, wait. I can sense something. It's called a trace, a shadow of the past. The token is showing you the way. Whatever you say. These traces can lead you to the right path. Hold on a sec. Let's follow that shadow. Just ease up. You're a little too close to me all the damn time. Man, I hate having the repeat games that you've already cleared, because the tutorializations kind of get really annoying. See, when I'm in viewfinder mode, everything's brighter and I can see, but then when I back out, it's like significantly darker. I don't remember this game ever giving me this problem before. It's fine, it's not a big deal. I mean, I like a lot of the other Fatal Frame games as well, but this one, when it first came out, was one of my favorites. It still is. I remember there being a thing. I think it's when she stands up. An old dusty book has been left in the hallway. Maybe someone dropped it. I doubt that. Mahakami has long been considered holy ground. For centuries, people have been drawn to the many sacred shrines and places of worship, as well as the natural features such as the Twilight Peak. I don't know why I said it like that. I was thinking of Twilight Princess. And the Pool of Purification, which have themselves been treated with great reverence. The mountain... I was going to say reverence. Why am I doing that? The mountain was also popular with tourists and mountain climbers. Alright, there we go again. Isn't that the name of those two from Super Smash Bros? Anyway, for the beauty of its abundant clear waters and ancient mysterious forests, worshippers and hikers alike used to find rest. She's walking behind me and it's weird. Used to find rest at Ichiro Manor, a hot spring resort near the foot of the mountain. Because when I'm frozen, if you have a character who's following you, they can still move, but I can't. So her walking behind me, it's like, ugh. Now the inn lies desolate, devoid of visitors. The mountain never recovered from a devastating landslide it suffered many years ago. The shrine road to the summit was cut off, and the flow of the water throughout the mountain was altered, forever changing the landscape. She keeps walking behind me, bro. Can you hear that? The pitter-patter of the water in the wood? Dude. New roads that were under construction had to be abandoned, and each remainder was buried under a slough of rock, resulting in numerous fatalities. Among those lost were the family of Ichiro Manor's proprietor, effectively putting an end to the business. Now Hakami's days as a tourist destination were no more. Instead, the mountain gained notoriety as a suicide spot. Perhaps because it was traditionally a destination to which the dying would venture, the mountain is now a place for those wishing to end their own lives. By extension, it has also become a place for the thrill seekers interested in the occult. Good! It's like some interesting reading. I just had to stop and listen in. Watch me turn around. She's in my face. Please, stop. Stop that. I swear to God. I knew she was there. I don't know why I reacted like that. You know what she looks like? She looks like a female version of Motochika Chosokabe from Samurai Warrior series. Was that a shadow of the past? Yeah, I already know. Like, if you look at her, she kind of looks like him. Like, I want to say particularly the one from... Don't get in my face! From Samurai Warriors 4, because in 3 he looked different. But in Samurai Warriors 4, she kind of looks like him. Like, if you told me that she was, like, his sister, or even his mom, I would believe it. Alright. I knew she was there. I don't know why I reacted like that. Because the characters in this game, they do that. Because when you freeze to read stuff, they can still move. So that when you go to turn the camera around, they're, like, immediately in your face. Maybe it's in this room. Watch. Hold on. Yep. My camera joystick's so broken. If you kind of seen it going like this, that's because it's auto-drifting by itself. Like I said, I was playing a long time ago. I was playing Genshin, and I had it on my on my knee, and my controller started vibrating because I was like eating. I put the controller on my knee to put it down for a minute, and an enemy suddenly appeared and started shaking the ground. And when it did that, the vibration was so strong that it fell off my knee face first onto the ground, and it landed on both trigger sticks, and it screwed it up. I can't replace it right now, though. I will get it replaced soon, just not anytime right now. It appears we need a key. Try using the camera obscura. Why are you in my face? When you look around through the lens of the camera obscura, you may notice it's reacting to the objects that are normally not visible. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I already know how to play things. I don't need you to tell me that. So I have to turn it. Right, there we go. There's something in the photo. The light's coming out of the closet, and there is a doll on top of the dressers. No, it's just a doll head. It's not an actual doll. That might be where the key is. Find the place shown in the photograph. It's somewhere in this building. To view the photograph again, I don't really need to do that. Yuri, go on ahead of me. Look for the key to the door. I'll wait for you here. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? I just realized your eyes are green. Did you know, fun fact, when I was born, my eyes were green. But then when I turned 2 years old, they turned brown. My eyes are also like an amber brown, like it's like a reddish brown. But if you actually look closer at my irises, I actually have like a leaf green ring, like a green leaf green ring around my irises. And it kind of bulges out on the side, so you can kind of see where my eyes were originally green. It's a tradition in my family. My family has blue, hazel, brown, and green eyes. And sometimes we get a mix. Because my brother's eyes are blue, as where mine's aren't. My dad's are hazel, my mom's are brown. I think it was just stronger on my mom's side. They were green at first, and then they changed, so. Gotta crawl like a baby on the ground. don't know why it's such a thing. Because she has that bottle. It's supposed to be like a magic bottle. Because this is from another one of Koei's games. This outfit, and it looks like a baby bottle. It does not look like a magic potion bottle at all. The bottle that's like clipped to like her right thigh. It looks like a bottle from a side angle. Man, what kind of shampoo you use?
She's like, I use the ultimate ghost Tresemme.
Oh, why the fuck I said it like that. Yeah, he appears behind me right here. It's such a troll. Fancy looking key. It might be to the door. Go back to Hosoka. He's like, how dare you steal my key? Yeah, this is the owner of this manor. That's the owner. Now the doll head's facing me. Koei loves to do this shit.
She's like, I have no eyes, but I can still see you. Guilt tripping you in your dreams.
Yeah, I see that. What? Sounded like a... Oh, it was the door closing behind me. I was about to say, really, bro? Really? Yeah, that's why I changed that button. Now I remember why. See that bottle? Doesn't it look like a baby bottle? Look at it. Look at that damn thing. This is from the Atelier series. I think she's supposed to be Riza. I don't play those games. I've never played them, so I'm not even sure who that character is. I just seen images of her. Okay, open the damn door. There was one time I had a glitch happen where I opened the door and Hisoka came walking through in my face. Somewhere in this room, so take a look around. Hold on, there's something there. Yeah, I already know. Please, please. Oh. Gotta go slow. Phantom Exposé. I try to make it sound super fancy. So that ring I have on her finger, I can't remember if it was one of the DLC things as well. It's called In This Cage, and I gave it to both her and Miu. It's almost looks like a wedding ring. But I gave it to both of them, and they have it on both their fingers. It's almost like I married them. I gave them a ring. It's weird. This is what we came for. We shouldn't stay here any longer than we need to. Let's head back before it gets dark. Right. Like how she just doesn't say anything. Oh my god. Alright, okay. That loop on the back of her jacket keeps reminding me of the loop that's on the back of Auroron's jacket, or his cape in Genshin. Like, is that supposed to be like for you to hang it up? I've always been confused about that style. Like, what is that really for? To me, it just looks like it would get caught on something and you'd get stuck. Like, what is it really for? Is it supposed to be so you could hang it up? But why would you hang it up like that? See what I mean? Like, what's it for? Is it so you can attach something to hang off your jacket? Like, yeah. Searching for the objects as we did just now might be easy, but searching for people is much more difficult. Psychometry allows you to see the psychic imprint as a shadow. Never follow after the shadow of someone who has been spirited away. You might end up seeing something you wish you hadn't. Man stirring into my soul.
Who's the shy one now?
Besides, I can't imagine you clipping something to it, because it looks like it would add damage to the cloth, right? Like, imagine her clipping like a heavy water bottle onto that. I think it would weigh it down and add damage, and how could you carry that? He's after my bottle. Okay, out of crap. No, I gotta wait for it to go red. Hold on. Damn it, I'm always a frame off. Hold on. Still a frame off. Hold on. I can't do it if it's not charged. It wasn't charged. Alright. Like, if the box recharges, there's the outer frame of the square. If it's not fully charged, see how it's like refilling? If it's not fully refilled, you cannot take a shot. So even if you have a good frame on a ghost, you cannot take a shot of them if that isn't fully, like, all the way. I'm losing spirit power because he's too close. Woo! I got him. You can tell if you defeated a ghost because the sound won't change, like the background ambience will change. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought you here. She looks so dead and lifeless. I am alone. Yeah, so if you don't know what that means, a long time ago Yuri lost her whole family and was gonna jump off that to end her life, but Ahsoka grabbed her from behind and saved her. So her hugging her from behind like that made Yuri remember that time when she almost did that. If you couldn't tell what the hell was happening. Like, you have to play this game before to really understand that. So this is a dream that Ren is having. He thinks that this little boy is him, but it actually isn't. It's his ancestor, Kunihiko Aso. Because Ren is a descendant of the Aso family. That's another main ghost in the game. Shirakiku. Execute her like it's Dark Souls. Offer her blood to the moon god. There he is. Who sleeps with their glasses on? That dream again. Mr. Hoja. Ahsoka came by a little while ago. Ahsoka. What did she want? She found that photo book. She did? Here, take a look. Oh my god. Oh, why did they make her look exactly like Hanbei? What were they thinking? That does not look like a girl to me. She's actually designed to be a gender-neutral character. If you look up the character notes, like the notes by the developers, they said they made her like that for a reason. I'll get into it more in a minute. Hold on. His eyes are empty like my soul. Basically, Ren has a fear of women, Like he like seizes up when they stare at him because of that dream. He has a fear when women stare at him. So because Rui is his assistant, they did not want to make her super feminine, so they made her like boyish looking, because if she looks like a boy, even Ren himself sees her as a boy. He actually doesn't start seeing her as a real girl towards, like, I want to say, like the end of the game actually. Like up until this point, Ren himself sees her as a boy. That's why she's designed to look that way. That's why she's gender neutral. She can be a girl or a boy depending on you, the player, on how you want to perceive her, is what they said. And it makes sense, it actually does, because he has a fear of women, so they could not design her to look super cutesy or feminine, because it would kind of ruin the whole plot of the game, because she's literally his assistant and lives with him. And if Ren has a fear of women, why would he be close to her? But if he sees her as a boy, he's like comfortable around her, and it makes perfect sense why they did it like that. So while learning about shadow reading from Hisoka, Yuri used the ability to retrieve an album of postmortem photographs from a ruin in Hakami. The album was requested by a certain Ren Hojo. As Ren awoke from a bad dream, he found himself tormented by uncertainty. Was it really just a dream, or a suppressed childhood memory? The question has plagued him for some time, more like his whole life. Why didn't you just say that? B for basic. Alright, let's change her outfit. I'm gonna take the freaking glasses off her and give her bunny ears, because why would I not do that? Yeah, here's the this ring. It's called In This Cage. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember if it was I think it is a DLC thing. I'm pretty sure it is. I could be wrong. Alright, it has been several days since the incident at the inn. Hisoka is out on a case. A young girl comes to the shop and finds a worried Yuri. Yuri is given a missing person case, something Hisoka forbade. That's when she's like, hey, if you look for missing people, don't. Because basically what it is if you follow the trace of a person who's gone missing or spirited away, they can pull you into the afterlife, or like pull you into death. Like, they can cause you to be spirited away as well. Like, by you following their trace, you subconsciously, unknowingly get pulled into, like, another realm. That's why she's like, do not follow them. Basically. So, Mount Hikami's second drop. A few days have passed since Yuri's introduction to shadow reading at the abandoned inn. It's actually a hot spring place, but they keep calling it an inn. I guess it was both. Since then, Hisoka has gone off somewhere and hasn't returned. Yuri worries for Hisoka, but isn't sure how or where to start searching. As she sits waiting at the antiques shop, a girl named Fuyuhi Himino shows up, claiming to have enlisted Hisoka's help to help her find a missing person. Because she's really famous for finding missing people, so that's why Fuyuhi asks her to help her find her friend who's been missing. And the antique shop is the shop that Hisoka owns, but it's also like her house too. She lives in it. And Yuri basically lives with her, because Hisoka saved Yuri from ending her life, and then allowed Yuri to move in with her as a result. Because she had nowhere to go. Oh, because the true story is Yuri's family was killed. All of them in like a car accident, and she was the only survivor. So she had no family to go to anyway. So Hisoka kind of like adopted her as like her friend daughter. I wouldn't even really say adopted her. No, excuse me. I'm looking for Hisoka Kurosawa. Is she here? Oh, I'm sorry, but she stepped out. My name is Fuyuhi Himino. I've been waiting for her to tell me if she could help me find someone. I still haven't got a reply from her. You're looking for someone? She might have gone to that mountain. Mount Hakami. Mount Hakami. Someone told me that they saw my friend there. It's an infamous suicide spot, isn't it?
I don't know why Haruka would go to a place like that, and without even saying a word to me. Don't worry. As soon as Hisoka gets back, I'll tell her. No, that's fine. I can't wait any longer. I'll go look for her myself. Amate. Come back.
She's like, I'm out of here. Peace out, son.
A missing persons case. Hisoka left a few days ago and hasn't been back. Maybe this is what she was working on? Hisoka's room is upstairs. Maybe she left some clues as to her whereabouts.
Yeah, because people just do that, you know. Down post-it notes on the walls, telling people where they're going. No one does that. That carpet looks like a... I have a thing on my wall. You know, like those old Velcro things? I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. They used to be like coloring pages. And they would have like this felt material. And you could get markers and color in the part... Like the parts where it's like red and blue, you could color... It's red, blue, and green. It's really faded and hard to see because the way my coloring on my TV is. But I have one on my wall. And I colored it purple, green, blue, red. Colors like that. And it's like it has like Celtic knots all the way around the outer border. And then the inner border has like a bunch of more like Celtic knots. It's basically like that. So every time I see that, it just reminds me of this thing I have on my wall. I could go... Do they want me to go the long way around? Because there's two different ways you can go to get to her room. You can go down this way and then up the stairs that lead to Yuri's room, or you can go through this room and up through here. You can go through here. This is the study. Later on in the game, this is where Ren hangs out at. Books about Mahakami. I'm going to just call it Susa, because I don't want to say the word, because YouTube kind of has rules about saying that word repetitively, so I'll just say Susa. Alright, how does a place become so famed for Susa? As more people die... That killed the whole reading of what I was doing. The place will gain a reputation, and people are drawn to these spots out of a desire not to be alone in the end. Interesting, these Susa spots are rarely known as hot spots for spiritual activity. This was what makes Mahakami distinct from the others. It has both a tradition of Susa and has long been associated with ghost sightings. Then there are the so-called Maidens of Blackwater. It is said that if you are found by one of those maidens, they will lead you to your end, death. Those caught in the maiden's gaze never again leave the mountain, or so the rumor goes. There are also tales of specters of Mount Hakami who relive their own ends. Those who do not end in accordance with local practices become cursed, forced to relive their final moments for eternity. Many of the people who have been kept from committing Susa on Mount Hakami claim to have seen a maiden, or one of those looking specters, and felt a strong compulsion to end themselves. Perhaps it is because of these stories of maidens and ghosts that the mountain continues to be a popular spot for those looking to take their own lives. Yeah, it gets elaborate. The Deathlight Mountain. Mount Hakami has long been feared to be haunted. In the past, it was said that sleeping with one's feet facing the mountain was taboo. Watching the sun set behind the mountain, too, was believed to invite forth the beings from the netherworld. Today, the mountain is said to call those fascinated by death. Countless rumors abound of people spirited away to that accursed peak. Can't read. They are said to venture to the mountain alone, leaving behind no trace of themselves. Some say the bodies of those who vanish can be found at the bottom of the lake of the departed on the mountain summit. Since becoming a tourist destination, the prevalence of such frightening tales did seem to diminish for a while. Even so, despite its fleeting status as a tourist spot, Mount Hakami is yet to shake its reputation as a cursed mountain, a place of death. Today it has become a popular place at which to commit suicide. Yeah, that TV almost looks like it was reflecting a face, but I think it's just my lighting being weird. That is like the slowest opening of a door in my life. Oh my god. Jesus.
through my hallways like a cute little bunny girl.
Oh. This is Hisoka's room. She really likes the traditional Japanese style. Yeah, I wonder why. I'm not trying to look in the mirror, I'm trying to pick up the damn foot. Hold on. This game likes to do that. If you're too close to things, it'll activate something else. Because this desk is too close to the mirror, it thinks I want to activate the mirror, and I don't. Oh my god. A folder reading lost items sits on the desk. Looks like it's bound by string. There seems to be notes on Hisoka's shadow reading cases. Client, blank, missing item, diary, token, photo of the deceased, details, located mother's diary. Client sinks, bro, sinking so hard right now. Seeks info on their late mother. Relates to a deceased individual, apply caution. Results, the caretaker of the deceased has burned the diary at her request. Client, blank, missing item, storeroom key, token, photo of the deceased, details, locate storeroom key. Item may already be lost. Token and item belong to deceased, apply caution. Results, item located. Had been hidden by client's parent, return to the client. Client, blank, missing item, diamond ring, token, rings box. Details, client seeks lost engagement ring. Requested fiancé not be notified. Date of wedding soon approaching. Result, found on client's desk. Was in an obvious place, but somehow eluded to the client. Client, Renhojo, here we go. Missing item, album of postmortem photographs, token, postmortem photograph, details, reference material for a book about traditional patience, or practice, rather, in Mahakami area. Bad location, but minimal danger. Anticipated client is an acquaintance. Result, found in an old building of abandoned inn. Shadow attempted to drag Yuri toward the netherworld. Should have gone alone. Must warn Yuri to stay away from the mountain. Okay, the art of shadow reading. Shadow reading is the ability to read traces of the past, not unlike the ability commonly known as psychometry, where you follow traces of the dead. By following these traces, it is possible to find things that have gone missing, or which were no longer visible. Things that are demonstrably there, but for some reasons unknown, are all but invisible. Things the owner wished to be forgotten, things whose owners have passed away, things that no longer wish to be seen, things drawn part way into the netherworld, invisible within our own. Such items can be called back to the world of the living. Unlike these objects, however, people who have been spirited away must not be chased after lightly. In many such cases, they have been taken by creatures of the netherworld, who linger nearby. Utmost caution must always be applied. Yeah, about that. Ooh. Some of the paintings in this house look like they belong to an 80-year-old woman. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just weird. An envelope has been left on the desk. The sender's name reads Fuyuhi Himino. It's the girl we just seen downstairs. This must be Fuyuhi's missing persons request. Maybe it could provide some clues as to where Hisoka and Fuyuhi went. Dear Miss Kurosawa, please find Haruka. She went missing over a week ago. You do still take on missing persons cases, don't you? I've contacted the police, but they're no help. They say she was probably spirited away. Haruka wouldn't have gone anywhere without telling me. I'm certain something bad has happened. I can handle my own grief, but I can't stand the thought of her suffering somewhere. What if she's waiting for me to find her? I'm worried sick. Haruka is still alive, I know it, but something has to be done, and quick. Remember when you found that precious picture of me and Haruka? I was so happy to have it. Now I need your help once again. This is the picture. So the girl on the left is Haruka. The one on the right is obviously Fuyuhi. Shows Fuyuhi looking shyly and another girl. They look close. It's her best friend. Hisoka. She must have gone to Mahakami to look for this girl. Yep, that she did. Mahakami. A place where many come to take their lives. I'm positive that Fuyuhi must have come here. I think I will leave it in Japanese because my first original playthrough I had it in English, so